be fair, if a ketchup packet exploded on my desk, I would put everything on hold too.
Yeah. Right, yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
Your desk
Also-
on the walls and the floor.
Go. Go.
This seal.
Go.
Oh, we're already recording.
What are we recording?
Honestly, that whole ketchup thing needs to be clipped.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Oh, there's still more in the packet, dog.
This has been
Alright,
a magical.
let's get started before I have a stroke.
So, hello all of you beautiful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Agents of Reflection Scar, Episode 16, Herding Cats and Sheep. This is one of our Digimon tabletop RPG campaigns being run with our custom Scar system, or Stories and Creatures in Alternate Realities. This system is available for open playtest on our Discord as well as itch.io. Go take a look at it and let us know what you think. Also, we are now uploading to Spotify, so do make sure you catch this episode over there as well. But for now, let's go ahead and begin with introductions, starting with the cute one, Matteo.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm Muddy Rasu, I'm cute, and I'm a proud consumer of applesauce. Also, I'm a storyteller at twitch.tv/Muddy Rasu. I also do games and coding challenges over there. Thank you for having me on, Zim.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
Ducks_all_around tip $20. For the sake of shipping, this tip goal must be completed.
Thank you for the tip. That is the first tier of the tip goal completed. Oh, this one's going to be so awkward. Hello, I am Razim, and I am playing as Cashel, the Shadow Metal type Kudamon. And, doing his best to herd these cats and sheep and hedgehogs with a man bun, or sort of hedgehogs, and foxes that just can't get away from kings, and birds, and anyways, off to David.
Hello, I am Merl, and I'm playing David, the basic type Galmon, who is still in the infirmary, hurting. Off to Hybro.
Oh, he's just dead, isn't he?
He is still
Technical
apparently dead.
Difficulties with
Still
the,
going?
with the Hybro. Please stand by.
We will come
breath,
back to Hyro. Go ahead, Sammy.
Oh, this kid's on the notes.
This is the most scuffed startup we've ever had.
Sammy, the Windfire type Digimon. On to you, Wyatt.
Thank
Hello.
you for the tip, Geeman. That is the second tier of the tip goal completed. Go ahead, Wyatt.
Hello, I am Azure, and I am playing Wyatt, the electric metal type of Pulsemon, who has a whole list of things he needs to do. And this is the most scuffed intro we've had on this campaign yet.
$10.
Thank you for the tip, Frosty Bite.
Hello, I'm Ren, playing Hyro, the light and shadow type Renamon, who is very broken mentally right now, with all the things that's happening to his room. Yay!
The player is also broken.
In a different way.
How much can I donate to ensure that every bit of this intro stays on the Spotify recording?
I mean, everything from when I started recording was already going to stay in it. I don't edit that stuff.
So scuffed, it's amazing.
Okay, I think you should, but I'm glad you don't.
I I probably should, but no. I am proud to have all of this stuff, scuff and all.
The scuff gives it flavor.
So, anyways, how about that recap there, David?
A generous bestowal.
Things tipped $10. Razin loves.
Thank you for the tip, Idaho. That is the third tier of the tip goal completed already. Normally, we at least make it to the recap.
Is this
Hold
the
on.
first,
I'm bringing it up.
This
is this the first time in...
This is the most expensive tip goal there's been on one of my campaigns, and it is getting done before we get into the game.
It's because of the content of it.
Yep.
Also,
Is that it? Do I just have to incorporate romance into my tip goals to get shit like this?
Yes.
That, or it's the first one of this campaign where Zim is the quote-unquote victim.
Oh, yeah, fair.
I know our audience. Come on.
By the way, I know I just triggered the swear jar, and I really don't think it matters for this one.
No, we're good, I think.
I think you'll be okay.
Jib Gab tipped $10. Cash Tillo time.
Oh,
cash Tillo
man.
time.
Thank you for
Okay.
the tip, Kip Gab.
Okay.
Almost
I'm good.
there.
I'm
Are we
good.
good? You're
I'm
good.
good.
Okay. So let's see here. Session 15. Shifting
16.
tides. Oh wait.
Oh no, 15 was the last one. My apologies.
Yeah, I was about to say. The also known as the chat bullies Hyro for almost 5 hours.
You're welcome.
The dankest dungeon.
Ducks underscore all underscore around tipped $5. I ship Vanex cars. This should not be a surprise.
Thank you for the tip, Ducks.
And it's
there's
done.
Kuroy completing the tip goal.
And it's done.
And we still haven't even actually started the recap.
Give an extra 25 extra, and they'll smooch at
Kuroy
the end of the day.
underscore ice you
Guaranteed.
$10.
Hi, Key.
Hi, Key.
David, please go. Just go.
Okay. Session 15.
Backhand of justice.
The backhand of justice. Shifty tides / the chat bully Tyro for almost 5 hours. With the hour growing late, Wyatt was asked to leave the lockup. He hesitantly completed after telling Edgar he'd get him breakfast and whatever else he needed when he returned in the morning. Though it appeared that Edgar was already sleeping, Wyatt returned to his room. Sammy returned to his room for more cuddle time with Enoch. Cashew... oh my god! Cashel decided...
Wow, you two? Really? Oh my god, Demon.
I'm reading fast, okay? It was reading too fast. It came out as Cashew. I meant to say Cashel. Decided to check in on Castillo and found him in Raban's former office. Castillo confided in Cashel that after being in his dark, silent cell for hundreds of years, he found the outside too bright and noisy. While Castillo did miss the air on his skin and the connections with people, he was having trouble acclimating. Cashel offered to get soundproofing for the office. Cashel realized that Valen is exceedingly behind on what he knows due to zero contact with the outside for so long. Cashel took his leave and returned to his room for the evening. I need glasses. Hyro returned to his room and found King clicking a pen, which Hyro let King keep. Hyro went about his nightly routine, which drew the curiosity of King. Hyro tried his best to explain what he was doing to the Digimon and had him brush his teeth too. But some details were definitely lost in the exchange. Hyro then awkwardly shared his bed with King after tossing a King body pillow that got ethereal influence in and later influenced to have a spicy print of Hyro's Renamon form on the backside onto the floor. and they both managed to sleep. With David in the infirmary, the agents rested through the night. In the morning, Cashel, after learning that Jiro's key to the store was in Castillo's new office, went to go get it. He found all Raban's furniture from the office outside the door with a note saying, "Free to a new home." He found Jiro's key in the desk along with several written communiques between CR, which was presumably Raban, and an unknown MS. Cashel took the memos and went and got soundproofing, a dimmer switch, and an air mattress for Castillo's office from the storeroom. But having found that Castillo wasn't showing any signs of being awake, he decided to come back later. Once Wyatt woke up, he immediately went to get breakfast for his brother. Wyatt, with a guard for supervision, visited Edgar in his room to give him the food. Wyatt began exploring the removal of Raban from power in Mirrorpool, but got a stiff elbow to the spine from the guard when he started to get to details, particularly those concerning Castillo. Wyatt explained to Edgar that with the recent change in leadership, he should still get his treatment, but things might be a little weird. Wyatt also assured Edgar that he'd be around since he was given the week off. Edgar then asked what would happen if Mirrorpool couldn't treat his arm. Wyatt directed the question towards the guard, who responded that it would be difficult to release Edgar in his condition, as it would directly expose the existence of Digimon. The guard made a grim joke about hacking Edgar's arm off, but neither brother found it funny. Wyatt tried to confront Edgar, but both brothers were still very worried. The guard encouraged Wyatt to finish his visit, and doing just that, Wyatt left Edgar's room. Sammy woke up with Enoch, and after a few cute moments, Sammy began brainstorming ways to deal with time seemingly stopping during the haunts from the Piedmon. Enoch, who was understandably confused, likely doubly so due to the language barrier, but mentioned the scar over the eye of Sammy's Digimon form and asked if Sammy was okay. Sammy answered that he wasn't hurt, just scared. Enoch gave Sammy a big hug and assured him he was safe, threatening to hurt anyone that hurt Sammy. Enoch got up to get to work, leaving Sammy with his thoughts. Pronouns exist!
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Hyro awoke to find King sleeping against him. Hyro crept quietly out of bed and began his morning routine. You used a pronoun there! He was finished. He found King. Woken up and was drawing on his pillow with the pen, trying to make a picture like the body pillow. Hyro, having spotted the spicy side of the pillow, removed the cover and tossed it aside. Hyro procured paper for the Digimon to draw on. Instead, it went to get food for both of them. The team, sans David, who was still recovering, met up at the mess hall for breakfast. Sammy asked if they still had the week off, and Cashel answered that he didn't know, as things were uncertain at the moment. But he'd do his best to get it for them. Sammy acquired 5 bowls of dry cereal and announced that he was going to be in the library researching Digimon in Hilbert spaces, whatever those are. Wyatt wanted to enjoy breakfast with his team, and Cashel wanted to share the memos he found. The team were concerned with the prospect of Raban having an agent to do her bidding while she was imprisoned, and Sammy suggested asking Raban about it. Cashel agreed to do it since the alternatives were Hyro, Sammy, and Wyatt. Cashel was still working under the presumption that Hyro and King were engaging in certain activities, but Wyatt corrected him as Hyro panicked and whispered attempts at denying it. Estrella, who was listening in and was laughing at Hyro's panic. The agents heard a loud thumping coming from the barracks and went to investigate Estrella in tow. The sound was coming from Hyro's room, and the very defeated Hyro opened the door. Inside was Ido, snarling at King. Cashel entered shouting a very loud stand down to the Digimon, who were both startled. King hid behind Cashel and frantically explained that Ido just appeared and said he was going to make him pay. And he tried to explain that he was trying to be good now, and he didn't know what to do. Cashel separated the Digimon and gave a greeting to Ido. Cashel noticed the spicy body pillow cover and went to scold Hyro, but Hyro just gave up and sat on the floor, disassociating. Cashel put himself between King and Ido asked why they were keeping King around if he was the enemy. Cashel explained the whole situation to Ido, and now he hadn't had time to talk to Castillo about it given everything going on. Cashel welcomed Ido to Mirrorpool and decided to bring Ido through security. Estrella went to destabilize Ido and King. Cashel stopped her, stating that Castillo was in charge now and that destabilizers weren't supposed to even exist, so Castillo was not allowing their use going forward. Estrella didn't believe him, but conceded, telling the agents that they would be charged if they were lying. After putting the catatonic Hyro to bed with a hug from Sammy, Cashel took everyone to security. Along the way, Sammy started asking Ido questions, and the party learned. Ido was the one who brought Edgar back from the digital world. Edgar's arm was the result of the digital world trying to force him into a format that it could make sense of, and it would have killed Edgar eventually if but he should be fine if they could get the digicores out of Edgar, I'm assuming. The digital world was the digital world has existed probably longer than the human world. I can words. And that Ido knows of Castillo, and that Castillo loves both worlds. As security, the guards were going to shatter King for escaping, but Cashel explained that wasn't going to fly anymore with Castillo now in charge. The guard captain begrudgingly stood down, but threatened to put King down if he misbehaved and hold the team accountable, to which Cashel agreed. On the way to Castillo's office, Cashel pointed out the destroyed door to the vault and proved to her that Castillo was in charge now. Going to the office proper, Estrella mentioned that Castillo slept a lot due to his sense of time being completely ruined due to his imprisonment and was known to sleep late into the day. Estrella took her leave as Valen unlocked the door to let the agents in. Inside, Valen looked disheveled, as he had been poring over all of Mirrorpool's documents Raban had. Cashel explained all the things he bought for him, which Valen was grateful for. Cashel asked if there was anything else he could do for Valen, to which Valen replied that unless Cashel could make him feel less guilty for how Mirrorpool had been run in his absence, no. Sammy gave Castillo a hug, which bewildered him but wasn't unwanted. Cashel suggested Castillo have all the destabilizers taken and destroyed, as well as suggesting that Castillo address the whole of Mirrorpool about his takeover. Castillo found himself struggling with everything suddenly on his plate, but the team members currently there assured him that they do what they could to help. Getting to business, Castillo had learned about the defectors. He wanted the ones who were still out there to be convinced or otherwise coerced into handing back over their powers. He'd even be willing to let them work for Mirrorpool again if Raban's way of doing things was what pushed them away. He feared that some of them were too determined to see their objectives through. Valen showed the agents an image of Gerald Kerbal, a chemical weapons specialist and one of the defectors. He was aging, immunocompromised, and apparently feeling guilty, for he had reached out to Mirrorpool on several occasions with information on his fellow defectors, with Gerald on death's door. Valen wanted the agents to go out and secure Gerald alive. Cashel offered to go alone to let his team have the time off they were promised. Valen warned Cashel that since Kerbal was a rogue agent, it very well could be a trap. Cashel offered to take King and Ido with him as backup if needed, With David recovering, Hyro mentally spent, and Wyatt keeping Edgar company and holding, Cashel didn't want to force them onto a mission. Valen said that Edgar would be released from holding and that he would be able to treat the first and second annexes as home until he could be properly cured. Cashel asked Valen if there was anything he could do about Edgar's condition. Valen explained it was beyond the scope of his own abilities, but he knew someone who could help them. Unfortunately, that individual was in the digital world, so someone would have to go and make contact with him. Ido was suggested since he had gone back and forth between the worlds a few times already. Cashel also mentioned wanting to have King become an ally, and King and Hyro's situation got brought up. Valen was very supportive of the potential relationship between the two, waxing poetic about love transcending all bonds. After a conversation between Castillo and the agents, now perfectly okay with Hyro and King potentially entering into a relationship together, everyone got back on track. After Castillo put a glowing orb in Wyatt to give him the power to free Edgar, Sammy asked about what the orbs that Valen produces are. The answers boiling down to them being pieces of the friend Valen has in the digital world that might be able to help Edgar. And that individual also gave Valen all his powers and by proxy all the agents theirs. Sammy then asked more questions relating to the quest throughout the Piedmon, learning about servers, which comprise the digital world and are their own discrete worlds, and exceedingly powerful Digimon can manage to maintain their own servers. Sammy learned that the time stop effect Piedmon did was just a small server he pulled Sammy into. The conversation moved to the different types of rifts as Sammy continued to ask questions and Valen began to realize just how much the agents hadn't been told. With all Sammy's questions, Cashel asked if it would be safe for the agents to accompany Ido to meet with Valen's patron. Valen answered that the only safe way would be in their digital forms. With everything that had happened and that they still needed to do, the agents in Castillo lamented that they probably weren't going to be able to take the week off and go on that trip Cashel had planned. The agents settle on Cashel and Sammy taking Jacob, King, and Ido to secure Jared Cabal while David and Hyro recover and Wyatt stays with Edgar. Afterwards, the group as a whole can worry about visiting Valen's patron. With that settled, Valen confided in the agents that he believed there were those in Mirrorpool that preferred Raban's way of doing things and would be loyal to her. Valen hoped to be able to change their minds and hearts, but knew that wouldn't be the case every time. Sammy hoped that by succeeding at making peace between the world their way, they'd prove Raban and her loyalists wrong and show them the error of their ways. Through that, Valen commented that he knew why Raban was the way she was, and the agents correctly put together that El Frulasado, the Datumon, killed Nisa Raban, her mother. After some discussion about what to do with Raban and commentary on the power of the Piedmon menacing Sammy, Cashel and Sammy opted to leave for their mission to secure Cabal ASAP. On the way out, Sammy suggested Castillo go on a date with Cashel, and that is where we left off, heading into session 6, herding cats and sheep.
16.
Ugh, too many words.
You okay, David?
Oh, yeah. You can keep it.
Well, it's that thing, when you stare at something too long, the words start to, blur into each other. But yeah, I'm fine.
Master? Mario?
I'm here.
Sorry. Cashel, you have knowledge of a situation involving one Agent Kerbold. You have many ways to approach this problem, but how do you choose to do it?
Well, he, Sammy, I believe it was also Ido and King. We're gonna get in touch with Crane and head out for that.
Oh, I don't ask for fan art.
Yes,
Okay.
we do have fan art. Thank you for reminding. Was there just the one?
Wasn't there Key's thing from last week or something?
Yes, Key also had a thing. So, this is from, Key, or, sorry, this is from Ido.
Dude. Yes.
I'm glad we got Ido as a, or sorry, I'm glad we got King as a member of the party. But I'm glad we got Ido too.
Then...
I like how the crowd has become canon.
Well, yeah. Then we've also got this from Key.
Oh.
What is happening here?
Oh, it's the, oh gosh. It's the partition bullying Hyro and Last Lost bullying you, quote unquote bullying.
Aww.
That's super cute.
I don't look too upset about being bullied.
No.
Well, yeah, because you're a cutie. And, this isn't, really from Agent's Reflection, but Ren is here, so this is also from Ido.
Aww.
Oh, right.
Adorable.
Can I talk about one more off-topic thing before we get started?
Sure.
Apparently, actually, hold on. Let me run this by you, Zim, because you'll see why I'm not sure if I should mention it.
I am...
Sorry, Key. I just
Sorry.
unintentionally bully.
Probably not good to bring up on stream, no.
Alright, I'll find some other place to bring it up then.
I wouldn't say anywhere on Twitch.
Well, yeah, not on Twitch, probably in the Discord, but
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Anyways, next time on Dragon Ball Z. For now, Cashel, are you absolutely certain you wish to split the party for this mission?
Well, first off, I think you're right, Frosty Bite. I did not show that, because he was not here last time. Oh,
that's
and
right,
there's,
yeah.
I don't know if the Wyatt art was shared.
Yes, it was.
Okay, that was shared?
Yes.
Okay, so I gotta scroll up further and find the David one. There it is. As for, Cashel splitting the party, I, as a player, know that this is a terrible idea. I'm trying to decide if Cashel is genre savvy enough.
Tell you what, I'll give you an in-character reason to care about splitting up the party. How's that sound?
That works. Like, the main reason he's considering it right now is, that he believes that, in general, they would prefer to stay behind and have their break. Wait, Raijin sent art? How much fan art is there?
All the fan art.
The thing is, Raijin and I have so many messages between each other that... That's for
Oh, that's
wild
God.
traditions. What got missed last session?
Last session, you were like, "Oh, there's art that involves David, but we're not going to show it because it's not."
Because I was gone last
Merl
session.
wasn't here, and I believe we've already seen the chess piece Ido art. So
Ah, yes, that one. Oh wait, I wasn't
Aw.
supposed to share that one first.
Whoops.
Cute.
Well,
I was supposed to share this one
The one-
first.
the code.
You know what?
The cone.
I think the cone heightens the other image, so I'm glad you showed that
Yeah.
one first.
It's precious.
Adorable.
Yeah, little guy.
That's my little buddy.
If anything happens to this little guy, known him for 5 minutes.
Okay, I think that's all the fan art.
But wait,
All right.
there's you can see Billy Mays coming down from heaven. Oh wait, there's more.
So, up next, I guess if Cashel's not doing anything else in particular
Well-
before getting in contact with Crane.
You were going to give a reason for it, but yeah, I know pretty much everybody's looking forward to the break. And this guy does not have, as far as we're aware, time to wait for us.
Correct. That said, give the storyteller a minute,
Go for it.
because like I already know what reason I'm going to use, but it doesn't make sense to give it to you right now.
All right, carry on.
So, David, let me shift the camera over to you for a minute. First of all, we missed you.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm sorry I had to miss last time.
Secondly, I'm chalking up your inactivity last session to David just being asleep, recovering, and for what it's worth, he's recovering well. There have been some bags of ice in rather uncomfortable places, but besides that, your trip to the infirmary has been as comfortable and as expedient as it could have been. Once you have demonstrated that you are able to stand and to get around comfortably, the nurses recommend generally to try to avoid combat for 2 or 3 more days, but give you the all clear to leave the infirmary when you're ready.
Does that mean
Uh,
David gets to remove his wounds?
That's right. Yes.
Yay! And David will thank the doctors and jot down limited duty couple of days. And then will bow his head and leave the infirmary.
Oh, and the cone is removed, of course.
Yay. The cone of shame is removed.
Now I just picture David still have his cone without realizing it.
You just acclimatize to it.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, that was a thing. And he's like, rolls his head a few times. Is like, wow. I don't remember. It's been a while since didn't have my peripheral vision.
Wyatt, you also have exciting news, as they are indeed true to Castillo's word, letting Edgar go, much to the chagrin of a certain guard who had been following you guys around up to this point. Nevertheless, he follows orders and lets your brother free.
Wyatt is very pleased with this, and is getting his brother out of holding as expediently as he possibly can.
Oh my. Alright, so that's resolved. Check. I guess we've got to deal with Hyro's trauma before he'll be ready to leave the headquarters again. And I'm not sure how to go about doing that because he went totally nonverbal the last time anyone spoke to him.
It needs to kiss him and comfort him.
And who should do that except... Hyro, there's a knock on your door.
Hyro slowly, like, blinks his eyes a bit, wiggles, groans, and slowly starts to get up from the bed. Is the knocking continuing?
Yes, it continues getting more frequent and louder as time goes on.
Hold on. I'm getting there. As he dazedly walks towards the door and opens it slowly.
King stands on the other side, his eyes looking soft, and his hands clasped, or what passes for his hands clasped in front of him. You alright, Hyro?
I guess. As he puts his hand on his forehead.
Can I come in?
Oh, sure. Go right ahead. As he steps aside for King to come in.
He steps on in, and as soon as he's past you, turns back to face you.
So, what's going on?
Nothing. Not with me, at least. Ida wanted to get something to eat, and I asked him if I could come back to my room. He told me not to tell Cashel. And he also told me that there would be hell to pay if I went anywhere else. But I'm worried about you.
Me? Hyro blinks
Oh, yeah.
a bit, hearing that.
I mean, you've put up with a lot of trouble for me. Not just with, me being a Digimon and not having learned to be a person, but now your team mocking you for, I don't know. I'm worried you're hurt and you're not talking to anyone.
All of this, yes, it does add up, but there's more things going on with me internally before you showed up. So while yes, it does, you coming here and having all this happen does have an effect on me. It's not the biggest picture of what's going on.
Did you want to talk about what's going on?
Hyro closed the door before looking straight back at King. Well, I guess I could tell you about this since we're gonna be living with each other for not sure for how long, but apparently a very long time from what's been happening.
You want to roll
I-
inside after saying that?
Sure. Sure.
Go for it.
Yeah, give me one moment. Oh yeah, right here. Okay. Let's see. And you said insight, correct?
Yes.
It's only 5. I'm just gonna manually roll it.
Okay. Hmm. Damn.
Wait, did it count?
Huh. Oh, there it
There we
goes.
go.
It was just really
Yeah.
laggy there for a second.
So 1.
No, that's a 0.
Well, that's a 0.
That's 0. Oh yeah, it's 0. I'm gonna saw 1.
Okay.
Okay, now a 1.
Click on someone your own size.
Oh no.
King nods thoughtfully and makes space for you to continue speaking.
I only told one person about this so far.
A miss. Not enough
But-
ale.
Do we want to go back and give him that?
Do it.
It's
Okay.
Give him what?
That reroll.
I mean, it came in now.
I mean, if people allow me to use it, sure, I'll reroll.
Okay. That's what I
love
was
it.
asking. Just seeing what the table wanted.
Okay.
Roll up.
There we go.
That's better.
There's the money shot.
What?
Just no true.
And there's
Just
the
no
true
true
combo.
combo.
You had to
But still,
call it a
that's-
money shot. Look what happened.
So that's still a 4. That's still a 4. So
It's still
Okay.
4.
yeah.
So King's change in posture when you say he's going to be living for you with you for a while conveys a mix of emotions. On the one hand, you see his ears perk and his tail start to sway slowly. Signs of happiness, maybe even excitement at the prospect, but in the same breath, he hunches a little bit, his head lowering and his eyes narrowing. He knows that living in Mirrorpool is still going to be difficult, no matter who he stays with.
Hyro will take
Ye-
note of that.
Either way, he won't interrupt what you were saying.
But yeah, Hyro's continue what he says before, and he will go back to. So this is a bit difficult for me to say, even if you're a Digimon. I actually want to know if I can become a Digimon fully.
Whoa. That's That's a new one on me. What's got you thinking like that?
Haru tried to casually shrug about it and said, I just feel more comfortable in my Digimon form than my human self. Even though I've been human for my entire life, I always just felt off in a way. Like, I understand, how I sleep, eat, and all that, but it always just feels off.
At this point, King will look away from you and tap his four fingers together nervously as he says, "Can I see your Digimon form?"
Haru blinks. I could have sworn you saw my Digimon form.
I saw a lot of Digimon forms that day.
True.
I don't remember much.
And Haru agreed to it and transformed to Renamon.
Give me an idea of like the height. Someone who knows about these two Digimon. Can someone give me an idea of the height difference here, if any?
I put Hyro as 6 feet 2 inches.
I think they're about the same.
I'm pretty sure Battlegamon's shorter than 6 feet tall.
The issue with Digimon is that they do not have heights actually listed anywhere.
Yeah, it's different all across the board.
There's no canon height.
Okay, so let me rephrase. Is human Hyro also as tall as
No.
Okay. Because
Hyro is
I think I described them as being about the same height, which means King would be significantly shorter than you right now.
Yeah. Hyro in human form is 5 feet 5, and Renamon is 6 feet 2.
Gotcha. In that case, King, once your transformation is finished, will look up at you, almost awestruck at the change between forms. He'll pause for a long moment, just taking it in, looking over your fur, your ears, and after a while, he'll notice that he's kind of staring, shake his head, and say, "Whoa, that's really cool."
Thank you. As Hyro's tail starts to
teach my
swish.
hamster to suck eggs.
Hi,
Oh no!
Frosty.
Oh no!
I should have known. A sweet and respectful scene wouldn't have gone by unscathed.
Remember the audience, Maddie.
And remember, you are allowed to deny it.
No, I
Indeed.
think I like this. Just then, a very gentle glow will form in front of King. A small rift opens without the large boom and the earth-shaking shockwave that one might usually create.
Internally, Hyro's like, "Oh, come on! Why is my room having all this freaking things going on?"
And through the small rift slips a bit of gold, and then a bit more. And once the object is entirely through the rift, carried by a set of two disembodied paws, is a crown that matches King's own. Only different somehow. More traditionally feminine in appearance.
King?
I don't know where that came from.
Are you absolutely sure?
Weird stuff just seems to happen in your room sometimes.
I noticed that
His in
too.
what color are the paws? You'd be able to answer that.
I don't
Regular
know.
paw? Or
Well, you said someone is you've named the person who is responsible for ethereal influences.
Oh, in that case, it wouldn't be paws, it would be hands?
Oh, okay. In that case, yeah, it'll be paws just to match the request, but my headcanon is that person handed the crown to Quinn. Anyways, the crown remains presented to you. The pair of paws not going anywhere.
Hyro gently grabs hold onto the crown nervously.
The instant you have hold of the crown, the pair of paws zips back through the rift and it closes in an instant.
Hyro blinks rapidly, then looks at King.
King,
Go ahead.
King with a sudden confidence will extend a hand and say, "Can I look at that?"
Oh, sure. As Hyro showcase to King.
Wordlessly, he will raise the crown up to your head and gently set it between your ears.
Hyro will just do that do that noise and like what are you doing?
Well, I just kind of thought it was meant for you. So, yeah. Besides, it looks nice. I think.
Oh my god.
I am dying.
Hyro curls around himself as he blushes slightly with that. You really think so?
Like, yeah. Besides, your call sign, it's Queen, isn't it? I
Hyro
think you were
nods.
meant to have it.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. As Hyro gently and slowly give King a hug.
King will hug you back and say, just kind of whisper, "Thanks for trusting me. I won't tell anyone."
Hyro will whisper back, "You're welcome." As he lets go and transform back to his human form. For now.
All right. With all the incidental scenes handled. Actually, hold on. Does Sammy have a current engagement?
No. He's gonna yeet himself towards Cashel as soon as possible for that mission. He's very motivated.
Gotcha. Well, this is a great time then. Tell me, where do you regroup with Cashel?
Honestly, there's a very strong chance he does not leave Cashel's side the moment he leaves Valen's room.
I'm sorry, could you say that again? Ido distracted me with a really cute size comparison.
There's a very strong chance he just doesn't leave Cashel's side. He's ready for the mission. The sooner they get it done, the better. It's
Yeah,
very
'cause
important.
they kind of were at Castillo's office together, so.
In that case, as you guys reach the I'm assuming if you are headed right out, then you would have to get off the elevator at the first annex, assuming you could even convince Sammy to use the elevator again.
Hey,
He's not haunted right now, right?
That's no reason to believe he is.
Yeah. You went through decontamination again.
But yeah, as you do, the elevator will almost immediately close behind you after you guys have stepped off. And before you've gotten even halfway down the corridor towards the exit, it comes back up, and you can hear Jacob yell, "Wait, wait, 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 wait!"
It's gonna turn around. Wait.
Jacob is positively running from the elevator to catch up with you guys. Breathing heavy as he finally does, he sets his hands on his knees and lowers himself in that, like, over-exhausted posture.
Are you okay? I think you need to do more cardio.
Listen, you guys can't leave yet. The situation's changed.
Oh,
But this is time sensitive.
It is, but it's important. Castillo said local government raided Kerbold's manor. They believe he may be working in connection with a foreign government on weapons research or something. It's a very sensitive situation, and it's going to require a rebriefing. We need everyone you might bring with you.
I was only planning myself, Ido, Sammy, and King.
Well, if you think they can withstand the might of 6 or 7 military platoons, then sure, maybe that's all you need. But
Are we?
if you value your life, you might want to bring more backup.
We can get the rest of the team, Cashel. I think we can take a moment.
Fair enough. Though I was not expecting hostilities, so. Either way, I suppose let's get going with that then. Gather everyone up.
Of course.
Yeah.
We needn't delay. I'll get you guys up to speed when we're on Crane's Airbus.
You coming with us?
I kind of have to. Sorry.
Hey, better than Jiro.
All right. Let's speedrun gathering everybody if we can.
Montage.
Sammy, go get David from the infirmary. I will go get Hyro. I suppose I'll pick him up if needed.
Where are we meeting?
We'll meet at the Airbus.
He already sent a group message to everyone.
Because of course he did.
Yeah, of course.
In the Mirrorpool way of communicating through only emojis.
Oh
And you're
no.
pointing at the screen. Blaze now. Be quick or else. Skull emoji.
David's gonna see that and be like, well, so much for taking it easy.
And Harold's going like, oh well, I guess I should move on over there.
Wyatt.
And
I feel like Wyatt was in the middle of showing Edgar around the facility. Because Ed's gonna be staying here for a little while. So,
Get a follow-up text. Urgent, important. Very, please come.
Wyatt's like, deflates and is like, okay, Ed, I guess we're not on vacation or something. I don't know.
Oh, Lumbry, How do you pronounce that? Hello, hi raiders, welcome. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. Right now, I'm in a tabletop with Mario, Razim, and we're doing a Digimon tabletop right now. Thank you for the follows, guys. Oh my god, thank you. Ah, thank you. Welcome, welcome. Ido, can you do a shout out, please? Perfect.
But yeah, Wyatt is gonna.
Wait for him to
Edgar
say
looks-
he's done.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're enjoying it. Raw Zim is actually one who let us know about Fantasy Grounds, and we're all loving it from it. So thank you. I really appreciate the raid. All right, you can continue. Thank you.
Edgar looks a little miffed.
Yeah. Wyatt doesn't look happy either.
Does your workplace do this to you often?
I mean, we've been here for like a week, just over a week now, so I don't have enough frame of reference.
Fine. Must be hard saving the world all the time. But I'll be here.
Yeah. Just no third annex without supervision because classified whatever, you know.
If you tell me, then you'd have to kill me, probably, huh?
They could try to make me. It wouldn't go well for them. Anyway, I gotta go. I will definitely see you later, though.
He will wordlessly just throw himself forward and hug you.
Wyatt hugs back.
Please get back safe.
Of course.
And then he'll let you go.
You don't get into trouble.
No promises. He jokes.
Wyatt squints at him like I will know, you know.
Oh yeah, of course.
And then he runs off for the meeting.
All right. Have we gathered everyone?
Mm-hmm. I think that's everyone.
All right. Jacob's gearing up. What with his gay little arm warmers and his MP5K strapped across his chest. He'll...
Arm warmers?
Yeah. They donated for it. Or sorry, they tipped for it. Yeah, he'll turn back to the party and say, "Great, awesome, everyone's here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you supposed to be here?" He says, pointing at King, who has followed Hyro like a lost puppy.
I assume Ido is also here. So,
I don't think Ido would have gotten the text.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he wasn't with anyone either.
Which of course means... King, where is Ido? And why aren't you with him?
Ido went to get something to eat. He told me I could go to Hyro's room, but that he'd kill me if I went anywhere else.
That sounds a little harsh.
Haro nods to that. That's
He's
what
such a-
King told me too.
Yeah, well, here is somewhere else.
This is indeed
Well, yeah.
somewhere else. And
Well, yeah, but now you're
I-
here, so you can watch me.
I was very particular that you were to remain with Ido.
And Ido gave me other orders, he says defiantly.
Double down.
Haro is going back and forth,
Look,
He feels
look,
like-
guys. Regardless, Cashel, your intention behind the instructions was that King would be under the supervision of someone in Mirrorpool, and that has not changed. I will go find Ido and bring him here. Please don't do anything crazy while I'm gone.
The worst we could do.
And then he will proceed to the mess hall to go get Ido.
Haro facepalm when he heard Sammy say that.
And before he's out of the hangar, he's gonna be like, "Sammy, don't exacerbate the situation."
Please.
Hey, I'm ready and prepared for this mission, and I'm ready to go now. In fact, y'all are being slow. And he like pouts.
And David's already out of the hangar.
You would find Ido right where King claimed he would be, chowing down on what appears to be his 4th or 5th plate of food.
Oh, somebody was a hungry boy. Hey, Ido, we got a mission. We need you at the hangar. Follow me.
Oh, sure. He'll do the best he can to stack the plates on the table, and then perform this strange circus act where he balances it on one of the little tentacles that extend from his back and slowly move it over to the receptacle.
That's a neat trick.
I've been practicing all day.
Well, now that you've policed your equipment, let's go.
Ido will bark happily and sprint after you.
And now we are back at the hangar. All right, I got Ido.
Sammy's tapping his foot impatiently. Okay, so we're ready to go?
Sammy, it's not going anywhere.
Yes, it is.
How
He
do you
might
know,
die.
Sammy?
Because he might die.
Sammy is correct. The individual that we are being sent to retrieve could pass away at any time.
Wait, so I'm confused. Is the Gamamon and the Galgamon, are they part of your squad? Like what's going on here?
Wyatt gives an honest shrug.
I think it's complicated.
I was planning to use this as a small test of King, though with the situation as it is, I don't believe that they will be coming with us after all.
Wait, what? King will say, almost indignant.
The situation has changed.
David's gonna be looking confused because he does not know what the situation even was.
Hyrule is just like shrugging and giving that weird, that face, like just confusion.
They weren't there.
Okay.
I'll explain.
Yes, please.
You two, go find something else to do, he says, shooing the Digimon away.
Ido, make sure that you have eyes on King at all times, please.
King begins to protest, but the Galgamon's tendril wraps around both of his arms and says, "Let's go."
Oh no.
Ido, please be gentle, please.
Oh my.
Only as gentle as he'll let me be.
Hyro looked at King.
The king looks worried and hastens to go wherever Ido tells him to.
Hyro nods.
Jacob pinches the bridge of his nose and says, "Okay. So, I was able to get most of the details out before we got down here. Local government has raided Kerbold's manor. They believe that he's in league with some foreign governments and that he may be using local secrets to plan an attack. It's a messy situation, and with global tensions being what they are right now, we need to tread lightly. Very, very lightly, in fact." Castillo's own words, "We're going to do everything we can to avoid any bloodshed on this mission."
Hyro raises his hand.
So
Yes,
does
Hyro.
David.
So, what if the situation does end up going bad? What will we do after that?
Whatever we
I
need to
always-
do.
Okay.
But it would be...
I know. I just like to be
It-
precaution in case something does go wrong. I would like to have this mission, be clean and nothing bad happen, but with our track record so far.
Yeah, no, missions go to shit sometimes. But our objective is to get in and out without any member of anyone noticing. That's going to be
Hyro nods.
That's going to be difficult, I understand, but it's our goal. So what you can expect is... Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, did someone else have their hand raised?
David.
Yes, David.
So I have been cleared to leave the infirmary, but I was told by the docs to avoid combat roles for the next few days.
There's a reason we call the infirmary's notes medical suggestions.
Very well.
No, seriously. We're going to do everything we can to avoid combat. Hopefully we're not going to put you at risk, but I give you permission to bail if things go south.
David will nod.
That just means the rest of us are going to have to fight on all cylinders. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Hyro just softly glances at Sammy, then shakes his head.
Just means I'll have to get creative.
Now, we have reason to believe that Kerbold hasn't been discovered yet. There may be a safe room somewhere in the manor that he's hiding in. Our goal is to find it, get in, get out, taking Kerbold with us. The trouble is, we don't have blueprints for the place. So we're gonna have to find another way to find the safe house, or the safe room.
We're gonna have to systematically search this building.
Which is occupied by hostile forces. Any questions?
Wonderful.
Can we use our Digimon form or no Digimon form until it gets bad?
I honestly don't know what the best options are there.
Gotcha.
But I imagine if we're cleared to engage, it won't matter what forms we use. Better to leave no witnesses in the event that something does happen.
Hyro nods to that. Hyro looks to our leader, Cashel.
Leader.
Understood. We shall do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
we got this.
You've got 15 minutes to prepare. Whatever we don't have when that time lapses, we're going to have to go without.
I need that.
Let me just hold
I like-
his backpack. He's ready to go.
I like Dux's idea. Use David's puppy nose to find the safe room.
I mean, true.
Wyatt
All right,
can't
so-
think of anything to grab off the top of his head, so
I mean, there's the essentials, you know.
Cashel's got all his equipment
Cashel.
with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Cashel. What more could we possibly need?
anything
Like carrying
to
a
help
Costco and a
with-
Walmart both in one.
just anything to help with the stealth aspect of things, because we're gonna have to figure out a way to find the safe room without,
Yeah, like-
having to comb the entire house and repeatedly risk getting seen.
I mean, unless Mirrorpool has like an invisibility suit.
No one speaks up
Nope.
when you say that.
Nope.
But yeah, no, don't got anything. So why it's just hanging out for the 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if no one goes anywhere, then Jacob will just usher everyone onto the Airbus, I guess.
Yep.
Let's go.
Well, Hyro should have asked, how long is this mission?
Until we have reason to believe Kerbold's dead or we get him home one.
Yeah, as long as it takes.
Hyro is gonna grab his sleeping, his sleeping bed and all that, the portable one, and just making sure you have the essentials and all that, like mini flashlights.
Just in case.
Yep, and he's ready.
By that wording, I'm just imagining that Hyro goes down to his room and literally grabs his entire ass bed.
No. He just carried it with one arm, like, okay, I'm ready, guys.
And with that, Jacob will lead you guys out to Crane, who is waiting for you not with the Airbus, but let me make sure I've got the name of this thing right. A modified Eurocopter X3. Crane will tap the thing on the nose and say, "Heard someone needed a ride pretty urgently."
I mean, yeah. I guess triple the road or triple the fast, right?
That's the hope. Now, there's not a lot of space, so I hope you guys don't mind scrunching up.
Nope. Gonna hop on board immediately.
David's got his pack and then hops in next to Sammy.
Squeezes in somewhere.
And Hyrule squeezes after that.
I reckon sit on
Alright.
King's lap. If only he
King's
was
not
there.
coming.
Yeah, King's not coming. Also, when I say modified, I mean it's modified to have 3 seats instead of 2. So, unless someone is standing, there will be some lap sitting.
Cashel can
But you
take
know what?
Digimon form.
Oh, that's true. Cashel can take up way less space.
Yeah.
I suppose he could.
As long as we don't need to sleep.
Oh, don't worry. This thing moves 293 miles an hour. He won't need to sleep.
Oh,
At least
they
not on the helicopter.
Helicopters are fast.
didn't realize they were that fast.
Well, this is a special case. You guys need to get there soon. Anyway. Yeah, once everyone's secured, or at least everyone we can secure, Crane very quickly lifts off the helicopter and begins flying it eastward. Of course, the usual round of snacks goes around, though the waste bin is very, very small. In fact, it's just a small slit on the right side of the cabin.
Oh boy.
Out of curiosity, does Crane see many different mood-wise?
Roll some insight.
Dear.
Teamwork.
Yes, please. What's an insight?
I have 2 on teamwork.
Perfect. That's a 5.
I have 1 insight, but
I'll take the help. Better 6 die than 3 die.
Cashel could help.
Or if you help from run. I'm just gonna take it. I want to reroll this.
Just saying.
No, that's
You
fine,
knew
it's fine.
this was coming?
Yes. I asked for it, basically.
Oh,
Come on!
that
Come on!
roll.
What is this?
Sammy's rolling insight on Crane,
Blame me about this!
and it's just taking the -2, which means Sammy gets a boost die.
Is it permanent
Nice.
or is it like temporary, by the way? That boost
Oh,
die?
it's permanent.
Until
Now I
you
have
use
to-
it.
It sticks around until you use it, but you want to use your temporary, your like per session ones first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have a look through Zarya's visor, but
Look,
you
I
are
have no space for any more.
you have a look through Zarya's visor, but between her stern, like determined expression and just the dark tint on the thing, it's very hard to tell if she's in any different a mood now.
Hmm.
Just then, a small, a bit of turbulence dislodges a small broken radio from somewhere above you guys. It lands squarely in Sammy's lap. And when I
He's
say
gonna-
radio, like communicator radio, not music.
He's gonna grab it, look at it, shake it, shrug, put it in his backpack. You said broken radio? A communicator radio? New addition to
Broken
the collection.
walkie-talkie.
Hiro just glances at Sammy while she was doing that and just shakes his head.
What? Free stuff.
Just something more that the Piedmon can use to haunt you again.
It's broken. No, it can't.
You're flown far, far to the east. Settled down in rocky terrain. Nevertheless, more lush than the places you've been in the Middle East so far. This is actually a small and pretty well-to-do sub-community full of large, large mansions. And you can immediately tell which one you're after by the presence of all the military vehicles.
Boy.
Thankfully, Zarya has landed you some ways away.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Alright. I am... What time is it, by the way?
It's about noon,
Okay.
local time.
So are we aware that they are actively raiding, or...
At this point, the raid will have begun about 4 hours ago.
Okay. Alright. First things first, we need to get some intel on what is going on in there. Do we have confirmation that they have not found him yet?
Our latest intel indicates that they haven't.
How?
But we've been unable to get word through to him since the raid started.
Okay. That was gonna be my question, so you just answered it.
I guess we need to reconnoiter the area.
Yeah, we have to figure out how to first get to the manor past the military presence.
I mean, I can probably
Hence
get
the
inside.
reconnoitering.
I can probably get inside at the very least.
Yeah. You
Just-
can dig.
Mm-hmm.
Just be careful. The whole community is bound to be on edge, and if local law enforcement gets called, we're probably found out at that point.
Yeah.
Hiro was just wondering, like, why did he call us for this? And
What if we
If
disable
time-
their ability to call law enforcement?
If time wasn't of the essence, I'd suggest waiting until night, do a night insertion. But since it is, disabling their communications would be the next best thing. It'd buy us a little bit of time anyway.
okay,
Are
so how do we
there-
do that then?
So, where exactly do we land again?
You land about 3 blocks away from the structure itself.
Is it I'm assuming a secluded area, or...
It's like like the hills of California, the Hollywood Hills.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so sparse population, or...
Yeah.
Okay, so there's only a few houses between us and him.
Yeah, they're just all mansions like the one you're headed toward.
Okay. I was assuming that we were, like, middle of, super packed street, that it's just like... Huh.
No. That would be very mean. A stealth mission in the middle of New York.
Actually,
just
sometimes
Blend
hiding...
into the crowd.
Yeah. That actually might have been easier.
Be hiding in plain sight and
Yep.
having a stealth mission in Midtown Manhattan.
But hey,
Yeah.
this is a place where we're being dealt with.
Yes.
So you
So first things first, Cashel, still in his Digimon, is... Are there, like, helicopters around or any other air traffic right now above the area?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. In that case, he's going to fly up and use his binoculars to get a view of the situation, at least from the outside, you know.
I have a question.
Yes?
How big are the binoculars?
I was about to say I need fan art of little ass Cashel looking through binoculars.
full size binoculars.
Like that's why I have a question now.
Unfortunately, they
Space
were
Digimon.
specifically smaller ones for the sake of travel.
I know.
But I'm
Are you
okay
sure?
with drawing with fan art of, you know, regular full-ass ones.
Are you sure you don't want to see like Cashel transforms and the binoculars like yank him down onto the ground like a cartoon? He's gone.
Anyways.
Yeah.
You have a look, and you can see... So, given the locale, this isn't going to be one of those mansions where the entire outside is basically lined with glass and you can see right in. This is a pretty hot climate, and as such, a lot of the exterior walls are stone or stone adjacent. That said, there still are basically glass portholes that you can see through. And the scene inside isn't pretty, but it's not a massacre. It seems like a small number of people may have put up resistance near the entrance to the building, and they were dealt with. Aside from that, there are people who are bound and spread out throughout the house. 2 or 3 members of local militia roaming each of the larger rooms. And that's all you can really see from out here. Unless you want to try and get closer.
Not right now. What are the grounds like as far as cover and such?
Well, there's a nice big wall outside of the property itself, as well as, you know, the number of police vehicles the number of military vehicles outside. There are a few satellite buildings outside, sheds, a garden, that kind of thing. Anything I could mention that is a bit more specific?
Actually, you've
Night-night,
already
Heroes.
mentioned what I'm looking for.
All right.
What is that?
Sorry, preparing food a little bit there. So they've got sheds and such for us to at least go from wall to those and so on and so forth. Contemplating options. Though by all means, if any of the rest of you have any ideas, chime in.
Or anything that looks like a communications hub or anything like that? Because, I mean, I guess we're not in the middle of nowhere, so they don't need their own, like...
Like, are there any like cell phone towers or stuff like that?
Yeah, that'll be. If we could mess with their communications with in and out of the building and even room to room, that would be super useful. But I'm not sure how we would go about doing that.
So, if you're looking for a cell phone tower or similar structure, there is one, but it's on a mountain several miles away.
Ah. So nowhere close to us then at all.
No. That said, none of the military vehicles seem outfitted with any kind of communication structure either. You may be dealing with a very low-tech force.
Yeah, or they're using satellite.
We just have to get to the wall, get to one of the like sheds or something, and then go from there.
Yeah, I think just sneaking around is their best bet. Don't see a point in overcomplicating it.
All right, so what's the plan, gang?
Yes.
Pass.
Start.
Go ahead.
I guess like approach, so, like try to get near the grounds in the first place, considering we're like a ways away still.
All right.
My question is, has Cashel give us all that information to us, or?
Yes,
he
he
still
will
up
be
there?
relaying it all.
Okay. But yeah, we have to get there first.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully without being spotted or without drawing attention to ourselves.
I guess that'll be the fun part.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Honestly, I've got the feeling that if Cashel were by himself, he could probably pull this off just fine. At least the getting in without being seen part. I don't know how you've changed your. I don't know how you've changed your sheet there, Ren, but I know you had a lot of subterfuge before too.
I still have a lot. Yeah, still have 4.
I think
It
I've
was
got
5,
2.
but
I got a little bit
did-
of subterfuge. I got 2.
I did have 5, but I turned it down to 4 when I realized that, yeah, no, this is not a good sheet.
All right, Ed Gib Gab. Dare I ask how
gonna
much?
dig. I was basically just gonna dig below where you're walking.
Oh.
That way I don't need to sneak.
Yeah, Sammy has a burrow speed.
Yeah.
Burrowing is loud.
Yeah.
Sag.
Yes. Yes, it is very loud.
So how much subterfuge do you have, Sammy?
What's a subterfuge?
Oh.
Okay.
That's what I figured.
Can I eat it?
No.
Is a secret agent, has 0 of the stealth stat.
I mean, it's only 0 cunning, 0 subterfuge, and 0 deception.
Oh dear.
Oy.
Intelligence work Sammy is not cut out for.
Kesha's probably looking at Sammy like, how did you get into this service again?
How are we gonna get Sammy to the
Stay
in the
behind and
building?
provide a lookout.
Okay, Sammy. How would you like to run distraction for us?
Oh boy.
Cracks his knuckles. Mm-hmm.
No.
I think you would serve this mission best going all the way over there. You see that house over there, the mansion, the one with the duck little bush in front, yes.
And set it on fire?
Not that.
Okay, good. I was gonna say that would be a bad distraction because I'd feel bad setting someone's house on fire.
What I want you to do is be a nuisance. Or possibly try and get in and call the authorities from there.
But isn't calling the authorities without a reason like illegal?
David's gonna look at Sammy and be like, you know, in this instance, it may be we might have to break the law just a little bit.
Just real quick. Sammy, what do you believe that the do you believe that everything we are doing is within the law?
Well, but there are like things that are within the law that are like weird, and there are things that within the law that make sense. You don't call emergency services because if you do it falsely, someone might need that ambulance or someone might need that police, right? So like calling the emergency services would be like bad. Whereas like if I set a bush on fire, at least that's like not that bad.
Except that we are trying to pull the police, or hopefully those military individuals, away from that house. As opposed to getting more officials here by setting something on fire and thus involving the fire department.
That's a good point.
I guess the idea is to have Sammy go a couple blocks in a different direction and cause something there, or at least
I want you to go over there, get them to call the authorities, report you. Do not take your Digimon form while being able to be seen. Or possibly get yourself to, call them yourself from the house's phone. Hopefully there is one. And then move to that other house far down that way. And essentially repeat until I call you back. We want confusion, we want them scrambling in many different directions. You may use your Digimon form to get out of a place by burrowing, but make sure that you are not seen in the form.
Don't worry, I'll be invisible. And he adopts like a little like sneaky pose and immediately knocks over a rock. Then he steps forward and steps on a branch and it cracks really loudly.
On second thought, how about you just purposely break open their doors and make a mess in the house, and if the owners, let the owners handle it.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Break,
and he's gonna start walking over towards like
get out
the
again.
houses. Yeah,
Move
he's
to
gonna
the
start
next.
walking over to whatever.
And yet we still split the party.
Yep.
Well, this is also, we are using our assets tactically.
Hey, Mario, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
What is the chance I can get that broken like communicator radio walkie-talkie working?
Would you like to roll technology, see what's broken about it?
Yes. Mind, logic, technology.
Teamwork?
I'll take it.
2.
And there goes the roll. Suddenly he's got a nuclear bomb in his hands.
And what a quinky dink, he got 2 1s.
Hey, no, mine's the last 2. Mine's the last 2. The 6 and 5.
No, you
It is
specifically
still
gave.
you that assisted, which caused the rest of it to fail.
Yes.
Fair!
Your loser dust got on the two next to yours dice and turned them into ones.
Oh, no, don't be mean to Ren.
I just.
Poor Ren.
My best, okay.
We know you are. We're glad you're here. Pat, pat.
Well, that's still a 5.
It's a 5. What do you say?
Okay. So, what we'll do with a 5, you can have a look at the interior board, and knowing what little you may or may not know about circuit cards, you are able to spot a bit on the board where a resistor chip has just gone missing. This is not the biggest problem to fix, because it seems that the radio was off when this happened. Basically meaning nothing's fried because nothing's shorted yet. If you can find a suitable replacement for the resistor, the radio should work again.
Can I swap in the piece from the little like weather device thing that I have?
Yeah, if you want to. Do you have a
I'll just,
soldering
like-
iron?
No. I mean,
Then how will you
can,
solder the...
can Sammy count as a soldering iron? He's a fire type.
Wyatt might be.
Can you
with
be that precise?
Electricity and his metal claws.
Ooh.
So the other thing you could do, and this is a bit risky, is just hold the resistor in place when you want to use the radio.
I'm just going to say Cashel does have the proper tools for this.
There
Just
you go.
reminding you.
I was about to say.
He starts walking away, pulls up the broken radio, looks inside for a moment, and turns around and goes, "Hey, Cashel, by any chance, would you have a soldering iron?"
Yes, why do you need it for this mission?
I wanted to see if I could use the walkie-talkie to keep track of their communications while I go break into people's houses.
Cashel's gonna
You know,
look
that's
over at
actually not
Wyatt.
such a bad idea.
Cashel's looking at Wyatt. Could you pinch me, please?
Wyatt tentatively pinches Cashel's arm.
Right, I am not dreaming. Okay. Yes, that is a good idea. And he will hold out the, he will pull out the electrician toolkit that he has and hand it over.
Perfect.
That's what Kitchen would be pinched because Sammy had a good
Good
idea.
I can have some of the repair. I think he could do it. Can't be that hard, can it?
Cashel just having this moment of, they're learning.
Either that or this is a case of a broken watch being right twice a day.
Right. How much would it be to attempt to do this? Would it be another technology roll? Or craft roll?
Craft
would-
is probably the better.
Yeah.
Yeah, mind logic craft should work. Or do you want to give me more teamwork?
Teamwork?
Yeah, teamwork.
Teamwork!
Rin
Teamwork.
just perks up. Teamwork?
I'll take it.
I love how there's still a 1 in there.
Mostly offset by the rest of the dice.
Okay, I love how I still have 5 success.
Yeah, but I rolled 1 this die, so technically it's better.
Soon enough, you have a readily functional radio. Now you just have to find batteries for it.
Cashel, do you have batteries?
Here you go.
What kind of batteries?
He just holds
Oh
up
no,
the thing.
Cashel literally purchased a whole bunch of a huge variety of batteries.
Ah,
Thank you. I pop them in. Functioning radio.
All right.
da da da
The-
da.
The first frequency you settle on is the first frequency you settle on is an unsecured frequency on which you can hear very brief radio messages in a different language. It would seem that they were using an unsecured frequency that any old civilian could access, and
They're probably
indeed the first one that any toy radio would have picked up on.
Probably funny. They were using the local geological survey frequency. Betting
all-
nobody would ever listen to it.
And then all I have to do is just grab my phone, pull up translate, and translate what they're saying. Easy win. What?
No, it's just funny because Sammy could mess with them with the radio too.
E. I assume that would work at least. It might not work at all.
Oh yeah, but there's also just the blasting something across the
Oh, don't worry about that.
frequency to
Don't worry
just.
about that. I got it.
Go on.
All right. And once he's got that up and running, he's gonna keep an ear out on the radio. He's gonna go to the house Cashel pointed to, look around for a little bit, make sure there's a little escape route that he can have, pick up a rock and throw it at a window.
All right.
And do that
You
repeatedly.
smash the first window in this other building and immediately hear a startled yelp from within. As the second rock sails merrily through a window, you hear some angry shouting as people begin coming outside to investigate.
And then I run away to the next house.
It's... Meow.
It takes 3 or 4 minutes of this, but soon you begin to hear radio chatter that's a bit more hasty, and agents who are nearer to the mansion will see people beginning to move out the front gate and head down the street.
And as there is hasty radio chatter, I'm going to pull up on the phone a YouTube song with a very particular recognizable set of drums and a very particular singer with a very specific voice from a very specific video that often gets sent to troll people. I'm going to play it over the radio.
Love it.
And continue running around, trying my very hardest to be able to avoid everyone.
So, as the dulcet tones of Rick fucking Astley blare over every radio in the vicinity, people are trying to take to the air and yell things through the radio, but of course your audio is not letting them through. So, all the screaming is falling on deaf ears.
Does the
Completely
group hear
disorganized.
all of this?
I mean, I don't know if we hear the thing yet, but
Is the
Maybe once
effect
we
on the
get-
compound noticeable?
Oh yeah. People are either turning off their radios entirely or trying to shout back over the noise.
Electronic warfare.
That said, there are about half as many people in the mansion as there were before.
yep,
I'd say your distraction plan is working perfectly, Cashel.
this is our moment to move.
Yep.
I figured if there
Okay.
was something that Sammy would be good at, it would be being an annoyance.
That's kind of rude.
Indeed.
Rude,
It's
but is
rude,
it wrong?
but true. It's true though.
Don't think of it as being rude. Think of it as we're playing to his strengths.
Anyway, we should move before our window of opportunity closes.
Agreed. On our way.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How are you guys getting into the complex or the compound?
Well, stealthing our way to the outer wall. Are there any side gates or anything on it that are unguarded by chance?
There's a maintenance gate on the west side. However, it's going to be a bit of a walk to get to it, and you will be exposed whichever route you take. However, with people walking around disoriented by the radio, you imagine it would be pretty easy to go unnoticed if you're willing to take the risk.
Do we take the risk?
Which
I'm all
side of the
for it.
compound are we on?
You're going to
Man,
be, assuming you can see the front gate, you're on the north side.
Okay, so we gotta go to the west side.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we just
Are you-
we're gonna take the
walking?
risk.
Yep.
We're gonna
Alright.
do. I mean, we're gonna do. I would like to do subterfuge to, try and be unnoticed, using whatever cover we can. But
Same here.
All right. Difficulty is reduced by 2 since there's such huge issues in the area right now.
So it will be using code. That would be.
And the difficulty is reduced by 2, right? Which means it's
5?
S5. It's S5 F1 at the end.
Okay.
Yep. And
And how much do I get?
I'm
nine.
sullying those ones.
Oh my goodness!
Here.
Uh-oh.
I'm not even surprised anymore. I'm gonna sell those 2 ones. Oh, sure. So that'll be a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right. Lowest score was 3. So yeah, you guys make it across with no problems. No one is paying any attention to the people moving about in the streets.
What was the limit for that? I'm just curious.
It was 1.
Of course.
I will say when we do group checks like this, we go off of you add them all together and compare them to a higher SR, rather than just this one person got a really low roll, holding everybody back kind of thing. Just FYI for the way the system works on that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't really know how that works, and it made more sense to me that if anyone got spotted, that's a fail on the group. That there's not really anything the rest of you can do to make the loudest person more stealthy. But hey, you passed this time.
It's something that doesn't make that much sense. You are correct there, but the reason for that is to prevent look at Hyro who got a 0 and be like, come on, man.
Yeah. It is gonna be me most of the time.
Well, I picked you because without the souling, you know. Well, actually, I guess David
Yeah.
was actually lower. Oh no, David was equal.
But we still
made
blame
it.
Hyro anyway.
So you made it to the gate or the door or whatever, right?
Yep.
Alright, so at the maintenance gate, where Cashel's gonna... I guess I should have asked this. What is the wall made of?
Stone.
Okay. So it's not, like, see-through. Okay.
Hey,
In
Fetch.
that case, Cashel's gonna go ahead and, you know, float up and peek over the top of it. Top of the wall, make sure that the gate is, you know, not guarded on the other side and nobody's looking this way.
Maintenance door. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Matteo?
Sorry. I'm scheming elsewhere right now.
Oh no.
Alright. So run that by me again.
Cashel is floating up to the top of the wall, looking over, making sure nobody's guarding the gate, and nobody is looking this way direction.
Okay. And yeah, it's easy to find a window where no one is, especially as the troops are spread pretty thin now.
Once in, we make our way to the nearest cover and just make our way through to the building itself. The nearest way to get in.
Maintenance door lock?
It is not.
Okay.
Ah, right, yeah.
I mean, even if so, Cashel could just float over and unlock it from the other side. But yeah, I guess we find a shed or something to hole up in for a minute.
Well, no, the goal was to go all the way to the house itself.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Sammy's doing a good job, so why waste it?
Yeah, fair. For now.
All right.
Technically, we don't know how Sammy's doing.
You have 3 means of ingress into the mansion itself. You have the front door, absolutely the most dangerous, and in fact still actively being guarded. The back door, a little lighter on the danger front, but there are people milling around the backyard. And a side door, which is totally unprotected. However, the route to that door will expose you to another subterfuge check.
What about on, like, how many stories is this building?
3.
Any balconies off the ground that we could possibly go to?
Sure. On your side of the building, there's one on the very, very top floor. And Cashel, flying over, you can see on the other side of the building, there is a patio area on the second floor.
Well, I think us just going for the one on this side would be the best option and just, you know, climb up there.
All right. We're just going to head straight up the side of the building.
I mean, I assume with the attempt to not be seen, yes?
Yes.
All right. Describe how you're getting up the side of this building. Except for you, Cashel. You're pretty guaranteed.
Is there
Cashel
some
was
sort
gonna.
of...
Cashel has rope.
All right.
How's
Cashel
your
goes up,
athletics,
ties it up, and throws it over.
All right, Hyro. Time to redeem yourself. Can you climb the rope this time?
Athletics check, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That is everybody that needs to do that, by the way. Not just Hyro.
I know. I'm just poking fun at Hyro.
Oh,
Oh my god, Wyatt.
no, that's not gonna fly. I'm just
I hope
gonna
it doesn't.
willpower. I'm just gonna willpower that.
I have redeemed myself.
That's better.
So Cashel oiled the rope with a special oil that only Renamons are subject to.
Oh, come on!
That's
All right.
But yes.
So yeah, that's
that
everybody
is-
who's climbing, right?
Yep.
All right. Hyro, you have learned from your past mistakes, and you can just about walk up the side of this building just lightly holding the rope this time. All those hours you didn't spend in the repelling den paid off. Wyatt, you also don't have an especially hard time. It's about as easy as climbing the rope in gym class all those years ago. David, you have the hardest time, but you, despite everything, you managed to get up there as well.
I'm still not at 100%.
Yeah.
Remember, I just got out of the infirmary, like, today.
Cashel and Wyatt haven't gone to the infirmary yet at all.
Yeah, Cashel and Wyatt just, leaving a blood trail everywhere we go.
Wow, Hyro's like, this is normal.
All right. So, in the room to which the balcony leads. Oh.
No?
Healing licks.
Just a cute.
Sorry. In the room, you can see 3 guards all monitoring one rather sharply dressed person who does not seem at all intimidated by the presence of these guards. In fact, he's smiling, his head movements even indicating he may be taunting them. Either way, what he's doing serves as a nice distraction for you guys, because the guards seem quite pissed and quite focused on him.
For the sweet.
This, that guy could have useful information.
But we
But
also don't know how. He also speaks a different language.
I mean, there's a chance Cashel knows it.
But we don't want to reveal ourselves at all, really.
Sure, but we can vexate.
I guess, but also like
We don't want.
So there's a
and
couple of
saving-
things here. One, we don't have the means, we don't have the time or anything to search this place top to bottom.
True.
We don't have, free access to the rest of the facility or anything of that nature. We have to take what we can get.
Yeah. We have to also knock out these guards without them raising any sort of alarm, which is easier because they can't radio anything in. But like
How many guards are there right now?
I believe he said 3.
Yep, 3 in the room.
Okay, well, we've got the punch dog here. And that's it,
Yeah, well, we have 3.
That's all we need.
Do 3 tactical 3 stealth takedowns, basically.
Wonderful.
All right.
You also
David.
have
Mhm.
you also have a cheat code for this stealth mission, in case you forgot.
We do?
We do.
Yep. You have one Jacob Davis, who happens to be carrying a suppressed gun.
Oh, he's actively with us right now?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, we want to avoid
We're not-
bloodshed, so...
Yeah, we don't want to kill people is the problem.
Well, yeah, that's why I said cheat code.
If
You can
anything-
just cheat your way through this mission if you want, but you'll be going against Valen's wishes.
Yeah.
Do we want to be Attila the Hun returning from the killing fields, or do we want to be a Mahatma Gandhi?
We can't disappoint Cashel's new crush.
Well, I do imagine with 5 people, we could just go get behind these guys and just choke them out.
Stealth takedowns.
Just stealth take down these guys. Though I do not know what we would roll for that.
So it would be our normal accuracy. At least, we gotta be able to get up behind them, so it might be subterfuge to do so. Then it would be accuracy, but because they are surprised, they would have an evasion of 0. And then we can just specify that our attacks are non-lethal. So they will not die, but they can still go unconscious.
Alright.
But this is, of course, up to
Is that what you
Matteo
wanna
on
do?
what we can do. Yes, I think we are going to do that. Cashel, for his part, does have a ranged move, so he does not need to get up to them.
We can't let anyone
Hyro-
see you like this.
We can vexate everybody.
Yeah, but they're also gonna freak out if they see you.
Well, yeah, but this is why we're doing sneak attack.
No, I meant with the person we want to talk to. All right.
Oh.
Fair enough, melee it is.
Yeah.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
So, what moves are we using to get this done?
I'll use my basic attack.
Me too.
Yep.
But we gotta roll subterfuge first to get in melee range, right?
This is true.
Okie dokie.
Not sure mine's gonna be any good though, but I'll try.
Soling a 1.
Well, the first one is our subterfuge, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's 1.
Mattio cute.
Yeah.
Miss. Good boy.
Lamau.
Good boy for remembering.
All right. All right.
Yikes.
So group total is 4, 8, 9. All right. Gang, you do
11.
manage. What? 4
David's
4
up
plus
there.
4 plus 1.
Plus 2, because David rolled before.
Oh shit. Yep, that's right. There are 5 people in this party. I'm just
then-
a fool. 11. Whatever the situation was as you guys go in, you were noticed almost immediately by someone in the room. Thankfully, not a guard. The person who has been riling up the guards and getting their attention, his eyes flick over to you for just a moment, but seeing the position he's in, he decides not to draw attention to you guys. Instead, riling them up even more by shouting words that are incoherent to you, but now he's getting so animated and so aggressive that spittle is flying out of his mouth, giving you guys the leeway to get behind the guards without them noticing.
Okay.
All right. All
guess-
non-lethal attacks.
Yes.
Yep.
Do you want us to
We
bother
doubling
with
up on one guy?
I think the shell will hold back just to finish any off that managed to not get knocked out.
All right. As a reminder, humans are exceptionally weak compared to Digimon. 2 attack power will put them down.
Not currently in Digimon form, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think I am too.
Except for Cashel.
Yeah.
All right. Would anyone like to change that before these attacks?
I mean, you guys might as well, considering Cashel is still in his Digimon form and has been noticed.
Might
Yeah,
as
okay.
well.
Okay, might as
Yeah.
well, yeah.
You will fall yet.
And then accuracy.
See, chat's helping too. Don't worry about
Why?
accuracy. You're not going to miss these guys.
Oh, okay.
And then damage?
Yep.
That'll be shoot. Yeah, that's enough.
That's so much. I'm gonna body that. That's so much junk dice.
That is an absurd number of dice that do nothing for you.
I'm just gonna willpower that whole thing.
How did I manage to roll well?
Oh hey. So that's
Hey.
4 total damage, I guess. Gotta
A miss.
off a boost.
Not enough ale.
All right. Do we have everybody at this point? Yep, there's Hyro.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I said, Cashel was holding off to put out an attack if Either of them, or if any of them failed. Also, again, non-lethal.
Non-lethal.
Yep, non-lethal.
Non-lethal.
You guys have just a brief action movie moment where all the guards are going down in turn. You guys get it pretty close to simultaneously, but not so much that one of the guards wouldn't attempt to whip around on their own assailant. Either way, you're confident everyone was down before anyone saw you. And then the man sitting bound to the chair lets out a sigh and says, "Oh, thank God for that. I was afraid I was going to be yelling at them forever. Hey, be a lad and help me out, will you?"
First, who are you?
Is that really important? I'm just a hostage.
I'd say it's important.
Not going to let this go, are you?
No.
Rickaby. James Rickaby.
What were the other initials?
Oh, it's not. This is not MS.
Oh, right, MS. For some reason, oh, right, it was CR was the other one.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, R?
No. But also, we have no clue who this guy is.
Nope.
See,
Cashel's
not really
going
ringing a bell, is
to-
it?
Cashel is going to sigh and release him.
Yeah. By the fact that you're not freaking out means that you are somehow in the loop, I guess.
I wouldn't say in the loop, but I do know some friendly faces when I see them. Speaking of, he lunges towards Cashel, gripping whatever appendage he has instead of a hand and begins shaking it vigorously. Thank you so much. You are a scholar and a gentleman.
Wyatt gives like this weird, slightly weirded out, slightly suspicious look.
I was just bewildered by the action.
Cashel is, well, let's just say it's a good thing that he doesn't have his gun strapped to his side right now.
Now, if you'll excuse me. He turns back to the chair he had been seated in, pushes it to the side, and reaches under the bed to pull out a small instrument case. Now, ready to go. Where are we going?
We
Hyro
do
just
not
looks
know
at Cashel.
how you are connected to all of this yet. We do not know if you are coming with us.
Oh, come on, I've got to go with you. You know, weird creature, man, bestest of friends. I mean, you saved me. How could we not be friends now?
Cashel's looking at, over at, Davis.
Like, what is this?
Davis still has his hand on his gun, but, like, doesn't know what to make of this guy either.
This is very bewildering action of this guy. He should
Okay.
be.
Yeah, no,
I'm just.
We can take you with us. However, what do you know about this building, and in particular, any hidden rooms in it?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I do know of a few hidden rooms. So this building, it belongs to an old man. He's like a military contractor or something, but he's a big chemist too. And if you let him continue, he's just going to keep talking. But he's mostly just going to find more ways to say the things he just said.
And how are you connected to him?
Well, see, I was here when the raid began, and I became a hostage. That's how I'm related.
Why were you
How?
here?
Well, you see, I was here because my preferred means of locomotion brought me here.
And why did your local means of locomotion bring you here?
Because it had fuel in the gas tank, and because I pressed the gas pedal at the appropriate times.
That's how, not why.
No, that's causation. That's why.
What is your purpose here?
What is your purpose here? Two can play this game.
Ah, but see, I asked first.
Pyro face palm.
He's such a. I already am slightly ruffled by this guy. Ugh.
Fine. I believe my purpose is to bring music and entertainment to the masses. Now, if you're not going to help me with that, I'll be taking my leave.
I wouldn't. There's like at least 24 more of those guys just hanging around.
This place is not clear.
Yeah.
So unless you want to get captured again, you're going nowhere.
Well, I guess that's reason enough to say you need my help, yes.
And you need ours.
Tell you what, let me sweeten the pot. We'll get introductions out of the way after we're all free of this place. And until then, he opens up his instrument case, which is filled with one violin, a bow, and several Molotov cocktails. Until then, let's have some fun, he says, taking one of the bottles out of the case before closing it.
Well, Cashel, I think we have another Sammy on our hands.
Let's not.
Oh, were you saying something? He says, flicking the flint on a Zippo lighter.
I was saying let's not go anywhere near that route. You said this place belonged to a chemist.
Yes.
A lot of chemicals tend to be very violently explosive. We do not want to
Especially when
be
exposed to
anywhere. We do not want to be anywhere near the direction or the full length of where you could throw that.
Fine. Then what's your plan?
You said you knew something about secret areas. We are looking for the chemist.
Well, I can lead you to him. Provided you don't mind escorting me around the house a little bit.
We will escort you to him.
That will have to do.
Wow.
He sadly puts the Zippo lighter away. Puts the Molotov cocktail back in the guitar case and says, "All right, fine. We'll do it your way, even if it's less fun."
less fun, but it keeps us and you from getting shot.
Or blown up.
Or blown
Or
up, or
both.
set on fire, or otherwise dead.
Oh, please.
I just recovered from being injured. I do not wish to repeat the process so soon.
Oh, please. These goons are carrying AK-47s with overpressured 7.62 ammo. They couldn't hit the broadside of a barn if they wanted to.
Yeah. Unless there's, 24 of them trying to shoot you all at once. Anyway, which way are we going?
Okay, first, we're going to need to get out of this room and down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Cashel is going to cautiously check out the door.
There is but one guard in the corridor, doing the stereotypical walking to one end of the hallway and then turning around and doing it again approach.
Mm.
The NPC walk. Got it.
Yes.
That's right.
So you just wait.
Actually,
We
first
just wait
off,
for him to have his back to us and get him.
how far away
Non-lethally.
is he?
At the closest his route gets to the door, he is about a foot away from it.
I was asking, meaning like how far away is he right now?
Oh. Anywhere from 5 to 15 feet away from it.
Perfect. Strangling shadows.
Oh shit. What's that do?
This is the one where the shadows can become physical and rise up over his body to shove themselves down his throat, strangling him. Non-lethally, of course.
If you say so.
It'd be like the same as choking someone out. Just a little spookier.
He'll release it before the guy dies.
Hopefully.
Oh my.
Yeah, it doesn't take him long, especially as he's panicked and trying to scream. He goes down like a sack of potatoes, out of air pretty quickly.
Wyatt's gonna go and carefully and quietly drag the body back into this room
Hyro's gonna
with, all
help.
with the rest of the unconscious guys.
Cashel will vexate all four of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, please, can't I at least have a little fun with these four?
No.
Oh god, no.
We have specific instructions of no bloodshed.
You do.
No.
But I ascribe...
No.
Yes, but anything you do falls on our heads as well.
Fine.
We're no.
Why do my guardian angels have to be sent from heaven this time?
We're being no fun.
We're a no fun group.
Anyways, the hallway's clear. What now?
I guess we check the stairs next.
Yep.
All right. Stairwell is totally clear, and so is the hallway that lies beyond.
Okay. I guess we quietly make it down the stairs.
All right. Now, the second door on the right should lead to a bedroom, and underneath the floorboards there should be a contraption that will open a secret door.
Okay. Is there anyone in the bedroom or along the way there?
No. Not along the way there. You open the second door on the right and find a closet.
Wyatt, deadpan, just stone grinding head turn towards our friend there.
Oh, did I say second door? I meant first door. My mistake.
Without breaking eye contact or really turning head, he just shuffles down the hall back towards the guy at the hall in the hall and opens that door slowly, like, peek through first.
This
No.
does indeed appear to be a bedroom, and it's already been ransacked.
If Cashel strangles him to death, technically there's no bloodshed.
Okay. So, I guess we all enter the room, probably close the door behind us, so there's less likely someone just walks in on us.
All right, could you say that again? I didn't pick up on the action there.
We all enter the room and close the door behind us so that we are less likely to for someone just spot us walking by.
Okay. You're now in a ransacked bedroom, alone with this strange man.
Guess we start looking for what he was talking about.
All right. Having a look around for that contraption under the floorboards.
I will roll an investigation.
All right.
Teamwork.
Why not?
Let's go. I have 2 more dice.
I could add in my assistance, but then I might get the loser test on me too.
Fine. You know what? Take an additional investigation from me.
Okay, so that's gonna be, let's see.
Like 3 total, I believe, added to your roll.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 7. Wait, 5, 6, 7, 8 dice.
Also, for the record, Cashel is going to keep a very close eye on this guy, and if he seems to be... If he does anything even remotely hostile, he will be attacking.
Okay. Is that you holding an action?
Yes.
Okay.
That is 3 for investigation.
All right. You have a stern look at this floor, and the carpet stares back at you.
Removing the carpet.
Yep.
All right. You remove the carpet and do indeed find floorboards. Unfortunately, none of them are pieced together in such a way that it would be possible to reach anything beneath them. It would seem your friend is 0 for 2 on helpful information.
There's nothing.
To him, just gives the deadpan look of, you get 3 strikes, right? Like,
Oh dear. Were we on the 3rd or 2nd floor when you retrieved me?
We were on the 3rd.
Oh, okay. All right. Understood. So then it must be the 2nd door on the right on the 1st floor.
2nd or 1st door on the right?
2nd. He says, visibly unsure.
back to the stairwell.
Oh my god, right, Jin.
Uh-oh, what did Raiden
What
do?
do I can do?
Oh, here
Is
we
it-
go.
Is it Sammy?
No.
I see it. Yep, I knew this was coming.
Real Cashel hours.
Thank you, Rajan.
It's so big. He could fit in the binoculars.
I mean,
Lovely.
technically, he could withdraw into the little thing on his tail.
True. But anyway, I guess we start making our way down a floor.
Just
All
shoot
right.
him into somebody, and then he pops out and bursts out of their chest.
Is
Down the
that
floor.
Cachel's in their thoughts?
Down one floor, you guys find much more secured. 7 or 8 guards are currently prowling the foyer area, which leads into the living room and the kitchen to your east. Aside from all these people patrolling, there's one massively heavily armored person carrying a shotgun in each hand. There you are, your companion whispers.
What?
History?
What's up?
No, Wyatt just asks history, as in, do you have history with this guy?
The person who stands before you is a military boogeyman of this region. We call him Cyclops. He's got bad aim, so he took to using shotguns. He likes to shoot first, ask questions later. As you can imagine, his boys took on the assault first, before he would come in himself. You know, reducing PR nightmares and things like that.
So if he even gets a whiff of us, we're getting shot at.
That's correct. He will not ask questions he cannot be reasoned with.
Well, back up the stairs. Backing away from the stairs.
With
Don't
this,
wanna deal with that.
Hyro and David.
Hello.
Yes.
How about you two? Gotta find the stat. Gotta find the appropriate stat. Hold on. Is perception a thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me have you two roll perception.
Hmm.
I'm gonna body boost 3
Yeah.
of those. Jump dice.
Oh, shit.
Rand.
That is unfortunate.
Oh,
Mm,
that's a 0 now. Huh.
Yep.
We've rerolls though.
that's
We
true.
do?
Let me double check. So that one was used. So yes, we do have 2.
Can I use
Groovy.
one?
Well, I need to use one. I have 0.
Go ahead, you two, because this will probably be the last thing that happens because Matteo needs to get to bed.
Ah.
I'm rationing out my time. Don't worry about me.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm just worried because
Sweet.
I care.
I know.
Well, we both got 4 on that one.
Nice.
Did you, wait. You okay?
All right, let me roll something here.
Oh.
Okay, I'm not even gonna bother with the rerolls. There's no need. Okay, that's exactly how I was hoping this would play out. You didn't even see him pull out the Molotov cocktail in his hand, and you wouldn't have noticed it now, except you could hear the Zippo lighter striking a second time.
Sorry to interrupt your flow, but I was kind of watching him for things like this.
Okay, would you like to roll for it as well?
Perception on him?
Yep. Go ahead and decrease the difficulty by 2, because you were watching him.
Yeah, I was watching and ready to attack immediately if I saw him do something.
It's not on, probably not on for us. Is what I'm getting. He's gonna throw a Molotov in the middle of that group of dudes.
Well, yeah,
Oh
but he does.
God!
I'm trying to make. I do not want him doing that.
Yeah. What is
Alright.
this guy's deal?
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So still not quite enough for anyone to see him pull it out. But with that roll, Cashel, you would definitely catch him trying to light it.
Okay, may I roll attack?
Yes.
Do you want accuracy or just straight damage?
Damage. He's not defending himself from you.
Don't
Again,
let him drop
non-lethal.
Molotov.
As far as the Molotov goes, I do have additional target enemy on this. May I use that to catch the Molotov before it hits the floor?
Sorry,
With the
what?
shadows? May I use the additional target enemy? It's a trait that I purchased on the Strangling Shadows to catch the Molotov before it hits the floor.
If he drops it.
If he drops it.
If you want to catch it, yes, but you could also rule that the shadows just cushion the fall and it makes no sound anyway.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm meaning. Just make sure that it's just not suddenly crash on the floor and everybody's looking this way. And again, non-lethal.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, this man struck quite hard in the nose, flies back. Or sorry, no, you're doing a different attack, aren't you?
Yep, the one where it goes into his lungs and suffocates
Grabs
him.
all over. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, he notices the shadows crawling up him, and he attempts to defend himself by means of pulling them away. You can guess how well that worked. The bottle itself drops harmlessly onto shadows on the floor. Meanwhile, your target is struggling with the shadows in his throat, falling to a near fetal position and trying very hard to cough, but being unable to. But he's not just going down like the other humans did.
I see.
Off stuff, huh?
So it's like that, huh?
I don't think he's fighting back anymore, so you can stop, but
Yeah, he's like
He's
once he
not
realizes
human.
what's going on, He's like leaning up and reaching towards Cashel as if begging him to stop.
That's enough, Cashel. I think he's
Yeah.
got the message.
Cashel will at least let him breathe, provided he is quiet. But he is ready again to go back to strangling.
As soon as he's able to breathe, he's going to be choking and coughing. You may want to
Yeah, pull
reconsider
him
that.
away.
Yes, I want to stifle that.
Yeah. Just pull him away into another room.
So yeah, with tears running down his face and his face almost blue by the time you finally let him breathe again. He just kind of weakly swats at your arms as you pull him away and into where exactly?
Probably back into the
Back
sacked
into-
room.
Yeah.
The first door on the side that we were just in.
Yeah. And you letting him breathe at that point, Cashel?
I suppose.
Yeah. You let him breathe, and the first thing that comes out is a very raspy exhale, along with some violent, loud coughing. Thankfully suppressed by being in the room.
You were warned.
What the hell was that for? I didn't do anything wrong.
You were
were about
fixing
to.
to.
You literally had the Molotov in your hand.
And we're in the process of lighting it.
Also, you are
I'm
not
sorry.
human, are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. In America, do they just prosecute people who think about committing crimes?
No.
You were
but,
actively attempting to light it.
And we don't need that right now.
I refuse to answer any further questions till I've spoken with my counsel.
Oh, we're not police.
Nope.
Nope.
We're not with the government.
So you have no rights.
You don't. Hmm.
What then?
Oh no, just that we don't have to get you a lawyer.
Right now, your position is you answer our questions, you help us find the chemist, or, well, you know.
I mean,
Our
you
f-
get left like those others guys.
Listen, I understand your prerogative. Okay, I get it. You guys are cool. You guys are on my side, presumably. But I have my own mission. I have my own agenda here.
Look,
So why don't...
if our objectives coincide, we might as well help each other out. But
But
if they don't
and if your actions threaten the
threaten our mission,
then
then
we
we
are at
have
odds.
problems.
What do you propose? I can't leave until the Cyclops is dead. If that puts us at odds, sir, then...
It doesn't necessarily put us at odds, no. But we need to be
discuss a plan.
tactful about this.
Rather discuss a plan than have to improvise and potentially have everything go to hell.
Before we let our position be known, we have to get secure the chemist.
That's what it is. You're here for Kerbold.
Yes,
see, I
we
see.
are. He is very sick He does not have much time. We need to get him out of here.
Well, you have my instructions. Find the hidden room on the first floor. How you
Thought he
do
said
that is
second.
entirely up to you.
Didn't you say second floor earlier?
I think that was just a ruse in order to try and find this Cyclops person. He knows exactly where we need to go. Don't you?
Whatever do you mean?
Though I do have to wonder how you expect to kill that heavily armored fellow with some fire.
Well, he's not like you. And armor
yes.
won't do much against fire.
Yeah, but he'll put a dozen holes in you by the time it hits him. Like,
Have you ever been on fire, friend?
no.
You
But
should try it sometime.
uh,
You'll find it very
Uh,
difficult to aim and fire a weapon when you are on fire.
yeah, but what about the other 7 guys down there at least?
Yeah, you didn't think
I
that through very well, did you? Or did you
I had
expect us to pick up the slack?
I had planned to improvise,
Okay.
and assuming you all are useful in a fight, it wouldn't have mattered if I didn't.
Let me guess.
What?
He's killed your family or done some other thing to cause you great harm. Yes? Or do you work
I'm not
for an
here to play.
organization?
I'm not here to play 20 questions with you. Let's get you your agent, get me my dead military man, and then we can go our separate ways, yes?
It's ultimately up to you,
With the
Cashel.
Cashel?
Very well. Get the agent out of here first.
Good boy. I was sure you would understand.
White grimaces at that.
Cashel has plans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh.
since apparently I won't be let to move at my pace, I'll be staying in this room until you all return.
Ugh. Out of character. Dang it. A fire, like, a distraction would have been real nice, but now we have to get past the Cyclops and his goons.
A distraction, you say? If I
Yeah.
recall, you have a man on the outside.
Yes, I was thinking of texting Sammy. However, where did this guy say Kerbald is?
On the bottom, the first floor.
First floor, second door on the right. He seems to think it's going to be a bedroom.
And is that past the guards, or
You would move through the center of the corridor that they're inhabiting. So yes.
I believe Jacob is inside the building with us, Key.
That's right.
Okay, so out of character discussion. Cashel wants to knock this guy out and vexate him.
Yeah, no, I agree.
No, we can let him complete his thing and then do that.
Do it. He's kind of sus among us.
Yeah,
I'm for Cashel's plan.
same here.
We
Yeah.
kinda... Like, if this guy wants to go throw his life away after we're gone, I don't care.
Yeah.
But we can't let him know that we exist, and he knows. So we gotta vexate him either way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, sounds like we're all in agreement.
Watch it be that you hit him and a health bar suddenly appears in Boss Music's face.
I mean, we already know that he's at least got more health than the average human. But Cashel is using Strangling Shadows again.
Oh boy.
On whom?
Rickety.
Rickety.
What was his last
That's probably
name?
they-
It was Rickabee.
Oh, Rickety.
No, but that's no Rickety's funnier. That is his nickname from now on, basically.
Yep.
Split.
So, accuracy or straight to damage?
Accuracy. He's waiting for it this time.
Do you have any more boost dice?
Oh, I got all my boost dice. I haven't used them at all yet. I'm gonna use 2 of them.
Let's see it. Oh shit.
So that will be a total of 8. Do I crit?
Yeah, that'll hit. Will not crit though.
Aw. Oh, whoops. I need to add 3 more onto that.
Well, I was hoping Rickabee would survive to see another session, but
He's not dying.
he's not dying, but
I mean, I did
the
7
story I had planned for
non-lethal
him doesn't
damage.
make any sense.
I did 7 non-lethal to him before, and now I've done another 4. Well, actually, I can at least soul one of those dice. Make that a 6. Again, non-lethal, but...
I mean, he's not giving us any answers. He's not cooperating with us that much, so...
He's really trigger happy.
Yep.
Yep. So round 2 of this man getting strangled. He does actually try to avoid it this time. And even swings his violin case at you, Cashel, but it's all in vain. Is he again is rendered to the ground with shadows in his throat.
He doesn't fall unconscious.
He
Oh, yeah!
This is starting to make Jacob a little uncomfortable, as when air does actually manage to escape his throat, the words he's mouthing, it just keeps coming out. Stop! Stop! Stop!
Yikes.
Yeah, it's not pleasant to listen to, and Jacob's having a hard time listening to it.
Well, when it's done.
Yep.
I don't
once
think
it's done.
any of us are having fun, per se.
David's gonna be like, "Do you have a quicker way to do that? That's torture."
The quicker way is a gun.
Maybe next time I can just punch him out.
Yeah, he's gonna continue struggling on the ground for a little while, and by the time the move ends, he's still not out.
Oh my god.
What the fuck is this guy made of?
But yeah, now he's much worse off for wear. He begins openly begging you, please, please, no more, no more. I'll do what you want, just please don't hurt me.
God. Yikes. Are we the baddies?
No, we have a job we're supposed to do, and this guy is going to get in the way and cause it to go bloodshed. We are trying to keep from a bunch of people getting shot up. Ourselves included here.
Oh. So we still don't know how we're gonna get past the dudes, so...
Also, Gib Gap, I did not say that torture is inhumane. I did say was it effective.
Fair point.
And we are not trying to torture him for information.
So
We're-
struggling to
No
know
one
this
besides Cashel knocked this man out. I could try.
I mean,
David.
Shadow Kick.
David.
Roll accuracy or just damage?
Accuracy as well.
Okay.
Oh no. This is gonna get
Stand by.
drawn.
The thing is, Key, we have to knock him out because if we vexate him while he's conscious, he's just going to see us again. Like, yes,
Yep.
we have blindfolds and such, but he's going to know we were there.
And we do not want that.
Yeah.
Oh my
my
god!
Well,
That
I got
was a
one more
great idea,
willpower.
Zolette. I think I'm going to go with that in the future.
Yeah. Just a silenced trank gun.
At what point do you like double down on being the baddies and just grab like a bottle of chloroform and a towel?
I mean,
That actually doesn't work.
so,
Alright,
what's
I'm gonna
that?
body boost, or use my final body boost.
God.
Oh my god!
Why do I even bother? I have
Alright,
nothing.
I'm just pointing out, you let Hyro assist you. Also, I just realized, Ren,
Yes?
even your character sheet in Fantasy Grounds has it
Means
listed as
I'm the bull.
Hyro.
You forgot the bull.
Really?
Oh, wait, no. All of David's
David's
dice
being
got vaporized.
made to reroll.
Oh no.
You misspelled your character's name, even in Fantasy Grounds here.
God.
It also
I-
refunds you.
Yeah. God, I so badly wanted that to be a horrible
Oh my god,
failure.
I did! Freaking god!
So what's that? 3?
3?
It'd have been so funny if you fixed it and misspelled it again.
So go ahead and describe your attack.
I just did my basic attack, so it's just a straight punch to the face.
Yeah. Go ahead and... Wait, how does it work if an accuracy roll misses?
Then they
Maybe
miss
he
their
should-
attack, or they hit, but with a glancing blow, or whatever you want to describe with that, but they don't do damage.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep tugging at you guys' heartstrings then. Yeah, you go to punch this guy, and he's just barely getting his hands up to defend himself. Not swinging back at you or showing any aggression whatsoever, just trying to stop you from hitting him. And at this point, Jacob like throws his head back and says, "Come on, man, stop."
We have...
Like he's getting squeamish watching this.
I would rather not do this, but he has seen us, and we need to vexate him, and if we vexate him while he's conscious, it's gonna do no good.
We can vexate him later. The dude's begging for his life, man.
Well, we're not
That's
killing
too
him.
risky. That's too risky, though. Alright, guess my turn.
What was that? I missed something. What happened?
Ren went, well, it's my turn now. Like, we're just going down the line, taking turns beating the shit out of this man. And that
Jesus
just killed
Christ.
Gabby. Gabby broke encounter. Gabby.
We finally have a Gabby broken counter.
Oh my god, I got a 5!
Are you okay, Gabby? What is this JoJo's cutscene? Mood, Carmen. We're not okay with torture, but like, what do we even do at this point?
Alright, describe your attack.
Why does this guy have so much fucking health?
Because he's trained.
He's clearly not human.
I love like, all right, I guess we failed to knock him out. He's pleading for his life. My turn. Oh, pow! And of course I rolls well for that. You can't make it. The fucking Mirrorpool war crime train continues.
What?
I'm doing like a shadow, a kick to him.
The shadow kick.
Yes.
Just fucking stomp his temple. We failed it. Yep. 0 damage.
This should be working! I
This was
refuse to believe that this guy is human.
Hiraka's X kick him and just hear this like
Hold on.
squeaky toy noise
Hold
as
on.
his foot
I'm gonna willpower this. I'm gonna willpower this. That means I reroll all the dice that's not successful, right? For willpower?
Yeah, you just reroll the whole damage.
Oh
roll.
my god, we're doing the Office Space beat the crap out of the printer.
Oh my god, Light Paw, really? Look at
There we
tabletop
go.
spoilers, everyone. Also bring it up on stream.
Okay.
Is it the JoJo?
Nope.
Nope.
It's not going to be very well visible, but you guys can see it there on the left.
Why is the nun so fucking violent?
Oh my god.
God.
He's still up there.
God. Oh, that fifth lady in line has a gun.
He's like, Cashel, in like 2 minutes. Next round, it's gonna be Cashel with the gun.
Oh my god.
There's the
This has just
lineup.
been a comedy of errors.
Yeah.
The comedy of errors, but the
All right.
error is just a party.
So, Hyro, describe your attack.
I'm kicking to the face.
A kick to the face?
Probably
Yes.
kicks at the temple would be better, but sure. Non-lethal, of course.
Yep, non-lethal.
So, yeah, he's busy defending himself from David's punches, and has no wherewithal to avoid this soccer kick you're delivering straight to his face. At this point, he visibly nearly falls unconscious, his face smeared with blood that is now dripping from his nose. He's basically just curled up in a ball, trying to protect his head and neck at this point.
You know the scene in movies where like a bunch of people gang up on the good guy and just start kicking the shit out of him? That's
Oh.
Freddy right now.
Thank you, CJ.
At this point, Jacob steps forward, unclipping
know
his
why
weapon
it-
from his chest, and says, "Enough. We're moving
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
We're not doing this anymore."
no, Wyatt was not going to continue this line.
But
I'll
seriously,
stay with him and make sure he doesn't get into any more trouble. You all complete the mission.
out of character, I don't think he's human.
I don't-
Or if he is,
you-
he's tough stuff.
Like I said, every human will fall to 2 points of damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
So, So yeah, your reasoning is perfectly on
So-
point.
Cashel is looking at Jacob. This guy is not human.
Cashel,
He may
let's
not
just
be
go.
human. He may not be human, but right now you're acting like monsters.
David doesn't want to look at himself right now.
Wyatt has since turned to the door and is putting his attention there.
and Hyro's like very confused because we're a secret organization, but you want him to find us out? Because if he's awake and see us, our entire lives will be in danger.
Hyro, I will not have you, of all people, lecture me about security risks.
Okay?
Guys, let's just go.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who gave this guy a loaded gun?
Just to be
Ooh.
safe, Jacob. Cashel is going to, Is there a window in this room?
No.
Okay. He's gonna go out and go look for a room nearby with a window.
All right. You managed to acquire a window from the third door on the right, which is also a giant bedroom.
Okay, just to clarify, the reason Cashel said that was not to justify what we were doing, but to make sure that Jacob was aware, because Jacob does not have a digiform. Unless that has changed at some point that I'm not aware of.
No.
As far as we know.
And you guys have no reason to believe he has a digiform.
So, Cashel wanted to make sure that Jacob was aware that him staying to guard this guy is going to be potentially very dangerous. No other
Well, how about
reason.
this? I stay with Jacob. You and Hyro continue on.
What about Wyatt?
Hmm?
Wyatt. Oh, Wyatt. Sorry, Wyatt.
Oh my god!
Apparently, your very existence is a cognito hazard to people there, Azure.
Sorry, Wyatt. You blend so well into the environment.
So I'll stay with Jacob in case our friend here is feigning being in pain to get the non-Digimon, just so that somebody that can handle themselves in combat with a other than human individual while you three continue the mission. How's that sound?
Acceptable.
Okay.
Alright, so
So
anyways,
David will stay in the bedroom with Jacob.
room with the window. What's the view outside
Yeah.
the window?
Right now it is Sammy terrorizing nearby houses.
I got it, Mighty. It's simple. Have the houses have their windows broken. Almost every vehicle that is not actively guarded has flour poured onto the windshield, completely covering it. It's just drenched that you can't see out of the front of that vehicle. And there's at least a couple of people covered in glitter.
Yeah.
Oh
You,
dear.
you've been hearing gunshots occasionally too, so
Sammy, don't get just Wyatt, like to Sammy who is not there. Sammy, don't get shot.
You know, I think he's good. I think we found his calling.
Distractions.
He is surprisingly effective at this.
I'm sorry for talking about this, but can we end the tabletop soon? I gotta go to bed soon.
yeah, I was gonna end it with the hour.
Okay.
But yeah, actually, right now would probably be a good checkpoint.
Sounds good to me.
So I'll end it on a small emotional beat. Yeah, David, Jacob's not even gonna look at you or at anyone as you all leave the room. His
Yeah.
eyes just fixed on the very wounded person on the floor. Jacob lets out a long sigh and clips his gun back to his chest before picking the man up and setting him on the nearby bed. And that's where
David's
we'll end
just
off.
gonna
Oh, sorry, go ahead, David.
David's just gonna put his head on the wall and be like, why did I do that? What
And that's
have
where we'll end
I
off for
become?
today. Thank you guys for playing, question mark.
Jacob is not seeing the bigger picture here, I'm guessing.
No, he is. It's also that this guy's a dude that we just beat the shit out of.
But if
So
Cashel
like-
didn't catch him, we would have been in trouble. But the thing,
choices.
if that guy actually threw that grenade, who knows what would have happened to us?
Oh yeah, I'm not saying you shouldn't have stopped him and reprimanded him harshly, maybe even attacked him that first time. But Jacob is disgusted with you guys because you kept attacking him while he repeatedly expressed he wasn't going to harm you. And for whatever reason, Jacob's not cool with that. It's not the storyteller judging you. It's Jacob doing it.
I know.
David, let's just say that internally, David's gonna be doing some soul searching while guarding this prisoner or detainee, I guess.
I mean, for
I was just-
Cashel, it's just part of the job.
And Haru just want to go home alive.
Yeah, me personally, I don't even really object to what you guys were trying to do. I just think he had a shitload more health than you guys were expecting.
Yes.
Yeah, because
That's the problem.
David's whole point behind just straight up clocking him was to get it over with quickly and painlessly,
Yeah.
as opposed to Cashel's slow suffocating.
You were within.
were-
I won't give exact numbers, but you were within 5 points of knocking him out.
Fuck.
I'm just questioning is who the heck he is.
Yeah.
Because
he is, he's probably coming back with us.
Oh boy.
He's not human. He's not associated with Mirrorpool as far as we're aware. And he was going to attack, albeit by his definition, somebody that deserves it, a human. That kind of feels like it's under Mirrorpool's jurisdiction.
Yeah, that is a Digimon threatening a human, which is exactly why Mirrorpool exists. So
See, David's whole hiccup is we already had him detained, and we were still wailing on him.
Hyro's whole thing, like, why is he still up? We need to knock him out. He's just very confused.
Hey guys, so what did I
Usually-
miss?
Usually human,
We became
human-
the monsters.
because
We've lived long enough to see ourselves become the villains.
because usually humans get knocked out quickly, so that's why Hyro's just confused of what's going on.
hey, don't feel too
Oh, don't get
feel too
me
bad about
don't get
this
me
session.
wrong. That's in the back of David's mind, but right now is not
Yeah.
the time to be trying to figure that out.
I don't want you guys as players to feel like you've done something wrong. You really
No.
haven't.
No,
It's just a set of
no.
unfortunate
This
circumstances.
is for the it's service to the story.
Yeah, but it's also like, I feel like we were a little too okay with beating the shit out of that guy.
Honestly, probably. If I will fully admit, if Sammy was there when Hyro attacked him, he would have probably attacked at least one of you, just to try to get you to stop.
Yeah. Ooh.
Anyways, I also have to go to bed, so I'll see you guys
Yeah.
around.
All right.
Alright, well, thank you everybody for joining us today for Agents of Reflection Scar. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by picking up some merch over at zgfgaming.store, grabbing some packs of cards or stream loots, or using our Humble Bundle partner link. But for now, thank you so much for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.